conversation. It's funny you said that. We had this conversation. Two fans walked up to Steve Scott and they were like, "Oh, Tyler Breeze does this and blah blah." And I said, "You see this man right here? There's two differences between him and Tyler Breeze. One, he was doing it before Tyler Breeze ever debuted his little feather selfie stick, and then Scott said, and I'm straight."
Robbie, you used to have a selfie stick too.
Yeah, I love Robbie.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. But it was the Perfect Strangers victorious, using a modified 3D finisher on Steve Scott. Then they continued after the match to mock Scott, taking selfies over his fallen body. So it was a pretty good match. Of course, had the humor, which the Perfect Strangers, that's kind of what they're known for. So we went on to see the Clockwork Angel Catred take on Bonesaw Jesse Brooks, and I didn't see this girl having any shot over Jesse at all. She did, for a little while, hold her own, but Jesse Brooks far superior. After 3 variations of suplexes, she nailed a underhook suplex for the finish, her 4th of the match, and victorious, leaving Catred laying pretty much dead in the middle of the ring, throwing her from pillar to post. So anyone who hasn't seen Jesse Brooks, she's like the female version of Brock Lesnar. She just throws people. I mean, guys,
love it.
Girls. Just ask Jay George. He's been in a German suplex a couple times from Jesse Brooks. So a guy who was very upset that he didn't win Superstar of the Year for Warriors of Wrestling, sulked the whole night. But he was happy that we did present him with the WTF Moment of the Year for running around bare-assed at the CTW charity wrestling event.
Something I didn't want to see.
Yeah.
Was this completely bare-ass?
He was running around in his underwear and socks while Rude Boy Riley was putting all Jay George's clothes on over his to mock him. So, yeah. And then he came out a little later on to pick up his pile of clothes that were left on the side of the ring, like 2 matches later. And he came out in his underwear to pick up his clothes. So, yeah. It's only Jay George can do stuff like that. We had a no disqualification match. So the American Nightmare Logan Black take on Joey B. This was match number 2 of their absolute slugfest. Joey B pulled a sneak attack as he entered through the crowd, hopped over the barrier, and went right after Logan Black from behind. And once again, it did not take long for the two of them to get to the outside and, of course, find my location. I don't understand how every single time a match pours out, it wands up at my table. So I had to get up, move. They were slamming each other against the damn metal gates. At one point, Joey B was playing basketball with Logan Black's head on the metal gate, and then Joey B tells me, "Get out of the way, Muffin Man," because he had to get by. Meanwhile, I'm holding back his crowd from getting injured, and this is how he treats me. The Dammy Award winner calls me the Muffin Man during his match.
You got to think about these Dammy Awards when you.
I know. I'm gonna think about this for next year. So once again, Sully from Monsters Inc.'s arm appeared in this match and was used to smack Logan Black over the head a couple times. There was also a belly-to-back suplex on the outside of the floor, and at one point, Richie DeGreg yelled, "Watch the gimmick table," and Joey B said, "Shut up, asshole." So
sounds about right.
So
yeah, no, it sounds like a normal night.
So yeah, it was great. When the match did eventually get back to the ring, Logan Black did gain the momentum for a while, and he left the ring, went to the back, and returned with a barbed wire bat, which was pretty cool. But it only wound up him landing on it as Bellini nailed him with a fallout slam on the bat, and but it didn't hold him down. Black got a chair at one point, tombstoned Bellini on the chair, pinning Joey B, and now they're tied up 1 win apiece in this absolute disaster. I don't know what they're looking to get from this. I don't.
There's weapons for everybody.
Every match, someone's bleeding. So I mean, it's I get now they're tied up 1-1. So we'll see what happens. The look on Joe Bellini's father's face was priceless when they were beating the hell out of each other in front of the hot dog table. So he's probably like, "That's my kid right there." We went to intermission after that because how can you not go to intermission after that? And when we came back, the tag team championship was on the line. Absolutely Caucasian with Jose took on the Hostile Collective's the champions, Justin Neff and Abdul Nasir. A match that at one point it looked like Absolutely Caucasian was going to win. A distraction of the referee allowed Neff not to be pinned during this match. He was down. Dirtbag Dan went down for the cover. He could have counted to 25. Neff was not moving, but Nasir had the referee tied up. At this point, when he got up, Neff and Nasir turned the table on Dan and pinned him and retained their titles. So I can see this is not going to be over. There's probably going to be another match between these guys.
I say it every time. That is the greatest name for a tag team ever.
What, Hostile Collective?
No,
No.
come on.
Oh, you mean the...
What, are you kidding me?
Oh, I was trying not to be racist. Absolutely Caucasian?
It's the greatest name
Politically
ever.
incorrect over here, my friend. Let's go.
Jesus. I'm a Redskin fan. I'm already racist. So... the aforementioned Jay George, he took on the 5-star stud Joey Ace. And as only Jay George can do, running around the ring, goofing and finally getting in the ring. And oh yeah. But Joey Ace at one point was victorious in this match, rolling up Jay George. Jay George was not happy, attacked Ace with a chair after the match, then challenged Joey Ace for the #1 contendership for the Warriors of Wrestling Championship. So we'll see if that happens in the next show. And Jay George, let me tell you something. His mic skills have so improved to the point that if I was to close my eyes and listen, I swear to God, I thought I was listening to Alberto Del Rio. It's amazing, especially when he goes into the Spanish. Because I have no idea what the hell he's saying.
I think he's a great talent, and he is really, really good on the mic. I watch his promo videos on Facebook, and they're really fucking good.
He's funny. I love you got the big old fro with the pick in his hair, and he wraps his face up with the scarf. And he comes running out like he can't see. Yeah, he's a nut. All right, we had the Giant Killer, Mike Law, taking on T.J. Marconi. This match, I mean, T.J. Marconi, big boy, about 6'5", 6'6". Mike Law, not so much. Maybe 5'7", 5'8", probably, around that. So, you put small and big guy together, usually you don't get a lot of technical wrestling, but very good match. And at one point, TJ had Law in a fireman's carry and then inverted it into like a Rude Awakening move that Rick Rude used to use. It was pretty cool. But Mike Law wins by submission, locked on a rear choke, and TJ Marconi failed to respond and passed out. And Mike Law topples the Giant and he's victorious. But I will say Marconi had tons of opportunities in this match, but he very much underestimated the smaller Law. Didn't put him away when he had a chance. And I think it cost him at the end, as Mike Law was victorious over TJ Marconi. Then we move on to the main event. It was a triple threat match for the Warriors of Wrestling Championship. The Man of Steel, Chris Steeler, versus former TNA superstar Austin Aries and the reigning champion Rude Boy James Riley. Great match. If anybody's seen any of the three of these guys wrestle individually before, you know they're very good technically.
Yeah.
You put the three of them in this match. It was great. At some point, you saw Steeler and Riley teaming up against Aries. We had Steeler and Riley going at each other at one point when Aries was out of the ring. Great match. In the end, excuse me. In the end, it was Riley pinning Steeler. After Aries nailed him with a jackknife suplex, Riley was able to kick Aries out of the ring and then get the pin on Steeler. Man, sorry guys.
Right, honey?
I don't know. I need to take a drink of
Too much
Dino
coffee.
Beer?
My drink that I have here that we can't name because they're not our sponsor.
Not yet.
Unlike Mike Francesa, who just like shows everybody. So it was Rude Boy Riley retaining his championship over Steeler and Aries in a very good match. The show closed with Austin Aries paying respect and homage to both Steeler, Riley, and the Warriors of Wrestling's fans. And they even, for about a half hour after the show, they took pictures with all three of them, took pictures with the fans. So it was a pretty cool thing to see.
For free?
No, of course not. It was Richie DeGreg was there. Of course it's not.
I was going to say.
Nothing's free with Richie.
Jeez. At one point, I think he wanted to charge me to sit next to him. Jeez. God.
Sounds quite right, I guess. Yeah.
That's what happens when you learn the skills from Eric Sims.
Oh. He's a big boy promoter now, according to
He is. He got his,
from what's his name?
it's a big boy.
I saw that post. Richie was telling me yesterday something about it.
It's big boy pants on now.
Who said it? Oh, James from Legends.
Yep.
He said that Richie's a big time promoter now.
Big. Yeah. Well, whatever, man. I can't say nothing.
Well, he won the Dammy Award.
He won the Dammy Award for Promoter of the Year. I told him, enjoy your stay at the top of the mountain because there's going to be a lot of people grabbing at your ankles trying to rip you down. So he said, bring it on.
You owe me, Nick.
Does he bring anybody non-TNA this year in 2015?
No, he did. He can't name him off the top of my head, but
this year he's got Paul Wondorf.
He's got Paul Wondorf. Yep, he's the
Okay.
only non-TNA anybody who didn't have TNA roots
Ah.
at some point. He's bringing who?
He's bringing
He's bringing in Rhino, who wrestled for TNA for a little while.
Okay.
other people are announced.
He's bringing in Brooke, who obviously
All
wrestled.
the other people are announced.
Rebel.
The other ones.
I don't think so. I know
So mostly
he's
TNA.
bringing Justin Gabriel to the next
month, right?
to the next month's Warriors of Wrestling show. Go to warriorsofwrestling.com for more information or visit them on Facebook. I gave this show a 8 out of 10. It was a show that had the crowd's attention the entire show. Had a lot of excitement, very physical, a lot of high-flying moves from all these guys. I would still like to see another appearance by Kyle the Beast at a Warriors
Yeah.
Wrestling show. I want to see it, but who knows? I'd also like to see a women's division because he has I think he's got three solid female talents there now.
I think he might just trying to be building up the women's division a little bit. I mean,
No,
you
he's-
wouldn't
You
want
should
to
put
start.
a song into it.
He's got three. Shut up. He's got 3 female talents there. He only needs 3 more. I mean, just think about it. Everybody's only
Yeah.
6. You watch WWE. They show the same 6 women fight every Monday Night Raw. So what's the difference? So
Yeah.
they do it.
Yeah, no, you're right though. You're right. You get another 3 women who
And
are
you get
very
another
solid.
Warriors of Wrestling women's title.
Yeah. And then maybe every month, I mean, maybe every other month or something like that, you, instead of just bringing in big male names, you bring in a big female name to challenge for the title.
Now it
and
makes sense for Richie to bring in the female TNA stars because now they can
Exactly.
actually compete for a women's championship.
You're welcome, Richie. We just came up with an awesome idea.
Yeah. Yes.
I
You're
gotta
welcome.
talk to Joe about it.
Yeah. I gotta run it by Bellini.
He's making calls right now.
I got him on speed dial. Though, if anybody would like to bring any of their wrestling talent on March 5th, after big event, for a 2-hour meet and greet at the site of Warriors of Wrestling, it'll be obviously before their show. Contact Richie DeGreg on Facebook. They're doing a 2-hour meet and greet, open to anybody who's got talent that wants to do another appearance. And obviously, when that's over, they'll clear it out and they'll get ready for the show and do all that stuff. So I think it's a pretty cool idea. There's other wrestling feds that do it, like PWS. They do it a couple hours before their show. And from what I understand, they make a lot of money. They make more money doing it that way than they do at intermission. So
Yeah.
it's something to think about. And he was throwing the idea around, and I wanted to spread the word for him. So reach out to Richie DeGreg, and if you have any talent coming in,